The camera stopped rolling. The highly anticipated premiere was pulled. And just like that, a reality TV empire collided with real-world tragedy.
It's honestly the kind of fallout you just can't script.
Welcome to this deep dive from Starscope Report. Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, reality TV shakeups, and viral influencer scandals.
Right, from red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
Today, we are unpacking a massive stack of sources to understand the shocking custody battle between Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, star Taylor Frankie Paul, and Dakota Mortensen.
Yeah, we're talking TMZ reports, Us Weekly articles, Utah Family Court audio, and, literal DCFS legal guides.
Exactly. And that's not even the wildest part. Later in this deep dives, we'll talk about the shocking twist nobody saw coming involving leaked voice memos to the tabloids.
Oh, that part is it's completely messy.
It really is. But let's start right at the top with a bold headline. The reality star, whose highly anticipated Bachelorette season was yanked just 3 days before its premiere, now confesses she's completely numb.
Which is, a huge statement for someone whose entire brand is built on sharing her feelings with millions of people online.
Right. If you're an influencer, your emotion is your product.
Yeah.
So let's look at the background here. It's May 31st, during Mental Health Awareness Month.
And she doesn't just post, a generic quote or something?
No, not at all. She posts this raw series of photos about her private struggles. And in one of them, she's wearing a shirt that literally says, "If you find me offensive, then I suggest you quit finding me."
Wow. That's a pretty defiant message.
It's totally defiant. But she also shared her literal therapy checklist online. She laid it all bare. And the main event happens in the comment section.
Right, because a fan reaches out. Right.
Yeah, a fan says they feel stuck, and Taylor replies directly. She says, and I quote, "TBH, I've gone emotionally numb."
Man, that's heavy.
And she added in her caption, "Still processing 2 shows were put on pause. Balled it up in both shows, made some boys cry, and now I'm bawling."
It's the professional collapse colliding with the personal crisis that makes this so unprecedented.
Exactly. 2 shows on pause. ABC pulled her season of The Bachelorette in March.
And, just 3 days before the premiere, which is unheard of.
Millions of dollars in marketing just gone. And it was all because a viral 2023 video resurfaced showing Taylor physically attacking Dakota.
Right. And following that, Hulu's Mormon Wives Season 5 production was also suspended.
Because the report said her castmates literally refused to film with her.
Which tells you something, right? In reality TV, scandal is usually good for business, but here they felt the reputational damage was just too high.
Reality TV chief Rob Mills even talked about the scrapped footage at the Reality TV Summit.
Yeah.
He said, we want to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, but, let's be real about the network's motives here.
Right, I was going to say, it's like watching a car crash in slow motion, but there are real children in the back seat. So my question for you is, reality TV thrives on messy drama, right? At what point does a network's legal liability actually outweigh the ratings?
So that's the thing. While rumors swirl about a Hulu release, the real issue isn't the TV edit, it's the real-world legal exposure.
Like, they could get sued.
Worse. Any footage they film could literally be subpoenaed as evidence in a criminal or family court investigation.
Oh, wow. So the camera crews would become, material witnesses.
Yeah, exactly. A network does not want their unedited hard drives becoming Exhibit A in a domestic violence hearing.
That makes total sense. They unplugged the cameras to avoid the legal mess.
Right, but the television drama is nothing compared to what is happening behind closed courthouse doors.
Exactly. Wait till you hear what the Utah judge just ordered.
It's intense.
If you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed. We've got even crazier stories ahead.
Okay, so let's get into the courtroom reality.
Yeah, here is the bold headline for segment 2. A judge forces a reality TV couple to stay exactly 100 feet apart for the next 3 years while they battle for control of their 2-year-old son, Ever.
3 years. That is a massive intervention by the state.
It is. So let's unpack the transition from that 2023 video to now. For the 2023 incident, Taylor took accountability and pleaded guilty to aggravated assault.
Right, but the new legal freeze is from a February 2026 altercation, and we need to be strictly neutral here because the stories are completely different.
Definitely. So Dakota claims that Taylor choked him and shoved him into a window, making him fear for their toddler's safety.
But then Taylor immediately denied that. Her team counterclaimed that Dakota drove off with her in the car against her wishes.
Right, and they claim he left their 2-year-old son home alone while doing that.
But the wild part is, the Salt Lake County DA actually declined to press criminal charges for this February incident,
Right. And yet they still ended up in these recent virtual court hearings.
where Taylor tried to keep the media out, but the judge was like, no, and refused.
And then the court issued mutual 3-year protective orders.
Which triggers all these legal mechanics that divorce.law points out, like the Utah DCFS investigation.
Yeah, under Utah Code Section 82602.
Exactly. It forces a mandatory 60-day probe, unannounced home visits, all of that.
Plus, the court ordered psychological evaluations. I read those cost anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000 per parent.
Yeah, it's incredibly expensive. And because of the 100-foot rule, they have to use intermediary custody exchanges.
Which means a neutral third party handles the kid, and that costs $25 to $75 per session to prevent the parents from interacting.
It's just a total loss of autonomy.
Wait, I have to push back on this, though. If the district attorney declined to press criminal charges for the February incident, how does the state still have so much power to dictate their lives?
Ah, okay. So this is the big difference between criminal and family court.
Okay, break that down for me.
In criminal court, the standard is beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a super high bar to put someone in jail.
Right. And the DA didn't think they could meet it.
Exactly. But family court operates on a preponderance of evidence standard. It just means, is it more likely than not, like 51%.
Oh, wow. That's a way lower bar.
Yeah. And the judge observed that both parents genuinely feel they are the victims, not the perpetrators. So the court just steps in to protect the kid.
That's fascinating. So we have a legal stalemate. But what happens when court battles bleed onto social media?
Oh, it gets so messy.
We'll get to the PR war in a moment.
Yeah.
Because it really turns into a circus.
It really does. When the legal system is slow, they try to win in the court of public opinion.
Which brings us to our next bold headline. Secret voice memos leaked to TMZ, and a public attack on a co-star turn a private custody battle into a media circus.
And you have to understand the causal connection here. The court relies heavily on those $8,000 psychological evaluations, right?
Right, so the narrative each parent paints is crucial.
Exactly. Taylor's attorney, Eric Swinyard, used this powerful metaphor in court. He called the mental health journey a race.
Oh, I heard that audio. He said Taylor is running, taking ownership, going to therapy.
Right. She even bought a new house for stability.
Yeah, and Swinyard claims Dakota, quote, hasn't even started. He said Dakota provided a one-sided assessment hiding his own alleged culpability.
But Dakota's team obviously fired back. And then the social media leaks started.
This is where it goes off the rails.
Yeah.
Dakota allegedly leaked a voice memo to PMZ to embarrass Taylor.
Which is just, I mean, why do that when you're in the middle of a custody evaluation?
Right, and he publicly disparaged Mormon Wise co-star Jesse Draper on Instagram because she was a witness.
Yeah, the judge was not happy about that at all.
The judge explicitly warned both parties against making disparaging online comments because, these kids might eventually see it.
Exactly. And despite all this mudslinging, there actually was some progress regarding custody.
But not without complications. Their 2-year-old, Ever, got hand, foot, and mouth disease, which made visits super hard.
Yeah, and then on Mother's Day, Taylor's visit was cut short simply because the court supervisor's availability ran out.
Imagine having to hand your kid back on Mother's Day, just because a state monitor has to clock out.
It's brutal. But recently, the judge officially lifted supervision moving forward.
Wait, really? So she gets alternating weekends and a consistent weekday now?
Yeah, which is huge.
So, with Dakota claiming he was assaulted first and essentially raising their son, and Taylor pointing to her sobriety, her new home, and Dakota's lack of clear income. How does a judge cut through all that noise?
Well, zooming out to the bigger picture, it's not about who wins the PR war on TMZ. The judge doesn't care about Instagram.
Right. They care about the law.
Exactly. It's about compliance with the Department of Child and Family Services. The judge lifting supervision is a massive signal that safety concerns are stabilizing.
That makes a lot of sense. The legal system actually working to de-escalate things.
Yeah, despite the absolute chaos online.
Well, stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next as this case unfolds.
Because it's definitely going to keep evolving.
For sure. But, there's a deeper philosophical question here that really isn't answered in the court documents or the TMZ reports.
What's that?
When a custody battle is intensely litigated in the court of public opinion with leaked TMZ memos, Instagram therapy checklists, and reality TV subplots before a 2-year-old can even speak.
Yeah.
What happens when that child grows up and Googles their own name?
Man, that's the scariest part of all this.
And the age of influencer parenting. Is the digital footprint the ultimate collateral damage? It's something we all really need to think about.
Truly, it's a permanent record.
You've been listening to this deep dive from Starscope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in.
And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.